use. But unfortunately, most of the people who use St. John's wort don't know that it thins their blood. And if you have surgery when you've been taking St. John's wort, you can bleed significantly. The problem is that most patients fail to inform their doctors that they're taking it. So be sure to tell your doctor about all the herbs you take. They are not without risks. So that brings us to the teas. Tea is for tea tree oil. Tea tree oil helps with one thing only, it's acne. And usually you find it in tincture form that you can place directly on acne lesions. T, U, we don't have any U's, but we have a V, that's valerian. Now, by far, valerian is the best known herb for treating insomnia. And valerian is very easy to find. It also helps a bit with your mood, simply because if you sleep well, you're in a better mood. Now, valerian is another herb that women use a lot without knowing the risks associated with it. It carries the risk of causing liver disease, and you just have to acknowledge the fact that herbs are not harmless. After V comes W, so wild yam. Wild yam has a very big misconception that enshrouds it, and it's the misconception that people think that wild yams contain progesterone. Wild yams don't contain progesterone. They contain estrogen. But because the misconception that wild yams contain progesterone is so widespread, you'll find it on the grocery store shelves with all the progesterone products. But don't be fooled. It's estrogen. And one misconception is that wild yam helps with a lot of the symptoms of menopause, whereas it doesn't. It helps with vaginal dryness, and that's about it. You see, I have a problem with anything that's not accurate. I want you to use whatever you want, but for heaven's sake, I want you to know the facts first. And most women don't get an education about these herbs. They get marketing, and they assume that the marketing is factual. Marketing isn't factual. Marketing is a sales pitch. There's a difference between ed and ad. Ed is educating. Ad is advertising. Always get the facts first, and then you can use whatever you want to manage your menopause. And there is one final herb that's also a W, and you may not have ever even heard of it. It's Wu Pian. It has only one benefit, which is hair growth, but it's hard to find. So, are you surprised about the benefits and risks associated with some of these herbs? I mean, did you already know all of this? If you're like most women, you probably learned some things here. Most significantly, you learned that herbs are not harmless. Some of the most common herbs have the fewest benefits. Some of the least common herbs have the most or the greatest benefits. Only a couple of herbs have any long-term benefits of preventing diseases. So if you're interested in using herbs to manage your menopause, you can use this information I've given you today to get the herbs that will benefit you the most. And if you like charts, I always make charts for my YouTube viewers. And so if you like charts, there's a chart on these herbs that can help you with menopause. And it's at my at my website. And if you go to my website, you click on the menu item that says YouTube video tutorials, and there's a drop-down menu that says charts, and you can print out the chart that shows you all these herbs and makes it very easy for you to go to your grocery store, your vitamin shop, your herbalist, or whoever you want, and get the herbs you want. And that way you can get what you prefer. What you'll see is that there's no herb that does everything. You'll see that when it comes to menopause, almost every option other than HRT, which is hormone replacement option, will only target one or two of the symptoms of menopause, or will only take care of certain aspects of menopause. You will find that the one-stop shopping solution for menopause is to take hormone replacement, because everything about menopause is about a deficiency in estrogen. So the thing to understand in getting educated is to understand all the different things that are a result of estrogen deficiency. And once you know that, you find all the different ways to compensate for estrogen deficiency. And that way, you can do whatever you want to compensate. But the key is not understanding what's causing the problem in the first place. And if you like the idea of targeting your menopause symptoms item by item, then you should just consider the possibility of using some of these herbs along with the vitamins I presented 2 podcasts ago, the 3 podcasts ago, the minerals I presented 2 podcasts ago, and the dietary supplements I presented in the last podcast. Because if you use all of these different things, you can probably find something for every single symptom of menopause, even though you won't be eradicating the symptom completely. You'll be decreasing its severity. Okay? That's the big difference. Don't look at vitamins, minerals, herbs, or dietary supplements as options for totally eradicating your symptoms of menopause. Think of them as ways to reduce the severity of your symptoms of menopause. And do not think of them as ways to prevent the diseases associated with menopause, like heart attack, osteoporosis, and Alzheimer's. Think of them as ways to assist in possibly reducing those diseases, but no herb, nothing in this category of vitamin, mineral, supplement, or herbs is designed to do anything significant enough to actually reduce your risk for diseases. That's just not in their realm of capability. So if you go into it with that mindset and you know what you're doing, there's all kinds of benefit in some of these things. I invite you to visit my website. It's menopausetailor.me. And as I just said earlier, it has all the charts for the YouTube videos, but you can actually see the YouTube videos themselves right off of my website. All the videos are lined up by thumbnail in order so that you can sit and just click on the thumbnails and watch to your heart's content. You can get a DVD of my 2-day seminar there. You can get all 15 webinars that are the chapters of the seminar. It's the same thing, but it's divided into 15 chapters. You can get a DVD called Menopause 101 for Men to help your man understand what you're going through with menopause, or you can get him the webinar that's Menopause 101 for Men. And you can read articles, and you can even schedule a one-on-one consultation. The one-on-one consultations are becoming very, very popular. I am very busy. Oh my goodness, I am so busy with consultations. And a consultation is magical. You schedule, you pick your time. As soon as you schedule, I send you an email that invites you to send me anything you want. Send me your life story, send me your whole write-up of what you worry about, what you care about, your fears, your misconceptions, your confusions, whatever. You can send me previous reports, mammograms, labs, anything, and I will create a document that incorporates all the education and tailors all of the information to you specifically, and I'll send it to you 48 hours before the consultation. And you know how long those documents are? About 40 pages, 30, 40 pages, very, very commonly. So you have time to read it, and by the time we have the consultation, you feel like you really already know so much already. So I invite you to go to my website. I invite you to come back for the next broadcast. And the next time I talk with you, I'll talk to you about surprises in the supplement industry. So I'll see you then. Bye.